Watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Larry Holmes weighed in at 226 pounds. He stands 6'3" tall. Up against them, James Buster Douglas, 192 centimeters tall, with a reach of 211 centimeters.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight.
Here comes the Easton assassin, Larry Holmes. Dominated the heavyweight division in the early 80s. In fact, he went 48 fights before. Buster Douglas, you know the name, pulled off one of the most famous upsets in all of sports when he knocked out Mike Tyson in Tokyo, Japan.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Easton, Pennsylvania. Here is one of boxing's all-time greats, the heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Easton Assassin, introducing Larry Holmes. Fighting out of the blue corner.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
Words are cheap. It's the action that says it all. We'll find out when the first bell goes.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Nice job getting that punch through. Do you believe what we're seeing? How about that time counter shot? Nope, that hook won't score. Good counter punching. They exchange punches. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Did you see the nerves on the fight stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching. These two were made for each other. Looking to land the hooks. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges can...
Here's the bell for round 2. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. The perfect counter lands. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. The right hook just missed. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. And there's the bell for round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They threw the hook. It didn't land. Can't land the jab there. That hook was off target. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. That bet. There's the bell for round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Both want a highlight reel knockout. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Well done with that counter shot. Caution being thrown to the wind. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard's going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to...
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Trying to land that jab. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The perfect counter lands. And that jab just missed with the left hand. Couldn't land that jab. Swing and a miss with the jab. Catch and shoot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Holmes in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, pal, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
On to the sixth round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice defense on that hook. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Catch and shoot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Holmes in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter And there's the bell for round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
It's bombs away. No rest for the weary. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Jab misses. Well done with that counter shot. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Holmes in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
Okay, I'm happy.
And there's the bell for round 8. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Counter punch. Hook misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. In the build up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12. I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. How about that time counter shot? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. A little bit of controversy. It's a majority decision win.
I didn't think it was going to be that close. I really didn't. I thought this was a one-sided fight. It was like...